due to my work schedule and everything else around that. But it's always good to be back to IBM and have this discussion. So before we get started, I just wanted to put the perspective first and next slide. And this topic is very close to my heart because I've been focused on the technology side for the last 15 years or so. And all of this research and all of this content there in the slide is my own observation, is my own research, and has nothing to do with my organization, although IBM is a technology company and does a lot of work for different technologies around the world. Please go ahead. About me to ho chuka, let's skip it to next slide. Thank you. Okay, so the agenda for today's discussion, and I just wanted to say before we get started कि मैं ये नहीं चाहता कि सिर्फ मैं ही यहाँ पे खड़े होके स्पीच दे के घर चला जाऊँ, मुझे भी आप लोगों को सीखना है. So please stop me where you have questions or keep your questions for the end and you can ask me. I will try to be very high level in the discussion ताकि आप लोगों के जो भी question है हम वो address कर सकें at the end of the discussion. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this content that I will be sharing. Let's skip it. Okay, so there has been a lot of discussion about industrial revolution, and industrial revolution as something that began in somewhere around 1810. जब दुनिया ने पहली दफा स्टीम इंजन देखा तो the industrial revolution it started. अब होता क्या है कि हर दफा इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन जब भी आता है it brings its own challenges and it brings its own opportunities. And the reason I'm saying this कि अभी बहुत सारी बातें हो रही हैं कि AI जो है वो जॉब्स खा जाएगी. यही सारी बातें जो है वो पहली इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन में भी हुई थी, सेकंड में भी हुई थी, थर्ड में भी हुई थी, और अब फोर्थ जब आ रहा है और फिफ्थ भी आ रहा है तो उसमें भी यही सारी बातें हो रही हैं. So it all started with steam engine in 1810. उसके बाद सेकंड इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन जब आया, जब फोर्ड ने एक assembly लाइन लगाई और assembly लाइन के जरिए एक मास प्रोडक्शन शुरू हो गई कार्स की. एंड विद द मास प्रोडक्शन पे बहुत सारी चीज़ें got together और मतलब फिर you had textile mills and everything. I mean was part of the assembly line, and a lot of labor work was required and a lot of technology innovations were required. The third revolution came in after the World War II, जब दुनिया ने realize किया कि ये जो labor work है so much labor intensive कि अब हमें इसको कुछ automate करने की ज़रूरत है. So third revolution जब आया, जब chips were made, chips आई, microprocessors आए, computers आए, computer programming आए, software, hardware, and then everything followed. I mean telecommunication and everything, electronics were part of industrial revolution 3.0. The industrial revolution 4 actually started in 2014. ये जो industrial revolution 4 है, इसका जो main backbone है that is AI. AI का जो concept है वो start तो बहुत पहले हो गया था, मगर the real buzz started when IBM initially introduced a concept called IBM Watson. Not a concept but it was a technology. और IBM Watson ने एक क्विज प्रोग्राम जीता था जिसका नाम था Jeopardy in 2012-13. उसने एक ह्यूमन कंपटीटर को बीट किया था. It's a very interesting story. If you Google that, you will find a lot about it. But that's when the world heard commercially available artificial intelligence. उसके बाद Google भी इस space में आया, Amazon भी आया, there came a lot of buzz with it. और people talk about ChatGPT as being a very latest technology, but I don't very much agree to it. ChatGPT-like system has been there for at least 10 years now. हुआ ये है कि वो commercial नहीं थे. ChatGPT commercial है. ChatGPT की performance थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा अच्छी है as compared to the others. But we can talk about that in the later stages. Let's move on. So what are the components of Industrial Revolution 4? That's the main question now. So in this slide you could find a lot of information about what Industrial Revolution 4 is. And I'm not gonna go into the details of each and every one. बहुत सारी तो आप लोगों को already पता भी है. I'm just going to focus on what's coming up next, which might sound very obvious to you, but a lot of people confuse that when they discuss it publicly. So industrial revolution 1 में, as I said, AI जो है वो इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन 1 के स्टार्ट की बैकबोन थी, मगर इससे पहले ही काम शुरू हो गया था. सो 2009 वाज द फर्स्ट वेव ऑफ IR 4.0, इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन 4.0, जहाँ पे IoT का कॉन्सेप्ट आया. बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज जो है वो डिजिटल होने लग गई. मशीन टू मशीन रोबोटिक्स, we saw Hyundai make robotics, we saw industrial robotics as well. तो बहुत सारी इस तरह की चीज़ें सामने आई. Then in 2014, 15, 16, that's when the second wave came in, and we are in the second wave right now, and third wave is about to start. मगर third wave की बहुत सारी चीज़ें आना शुरू हो गई हैं. The second wave focused very much on the AI technology. Blockchain was part of it. A lot of discussion is happening around sustainable technology. तो ये भी बहुत सारी discussions हो रही हैं. Energy storage, I mean the batteries that we use today are not the batteries that we used to use 10 years back. अब battery performance बहुत enhance हो गई है. Lately India ने एक Mercedes Benz introduce की जिसकी coverage जो है वो 800 किलोमीटर से भी ज़्यादा है. So you can understand कि उस electric vehicle में जो battery use हुई है उसकी storage कितनी ज़्यादा होगी. And one of the upcoming technology is around quantum computing. I will talk about that in the later stages. But these are all the second wave components, and then the third wave, which is about to start, is the neurotechnology, and cyber security is obviously one of the biggest component right now. क्योंकि हो ये रहा है कि with the quantum computing technology, and I would encourage you guys कि आप लोग YouTube पे quantum computing के हवाले से थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ें, if not already. It's a revolution in the computing system. आज हम बात करते हैं binary systems की, 1 0 0 1, that sort of system, but quantum computing is totally different than that. I mean, in a very nutshell, it is more than 1 0. It's just not two things, 1 or 0. It's more than 1 and 0. इसकी वजह से जो इसकी speed है, it's massively higher than a conventional computer that we use today. हमारे जो computer systems हैं उसकी speed कुछ भी नहीं है जो अब quantum computing की speed आने वाली है. और दुनिया की बड़ी companies including IBM, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they are all in the race of quantum computers, and they are all building the quantum computers. Right now the quantum computer का size है वो इस room जितना है. So it looks like a chandelier. If you look it on the Google, it looks like a chandelier, but it has a cooling system attached to it, और बहुत ही enhanced performance है. अब quantum computing की वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि जो आपकी current cyber security है and the encryption that comes with the cyber security, it's being breached, क्योंकि वो इतना तेज है कि जो encryption है उसको आप complex encryption को भी कुछ ही hours में break कर सकते हैं. There is a requirement of a new cyber security architect. There is a requirement of a new whole concept of how the security would work. And then obviously with the time, जैसे कि हमने traditional computers में भी देखा, पहले वो बहुत large scale थे, फिर करते करते अब they come into your cell phones very easily. I mean, right now your cell phone is very much powerful than the computer you used to have 10 years back, 15 years back. So quantum computing is one of the major technology that is coming up, and I would encourage you guys as a student कि आप इसको ज़रूर देखें. One of the big questions that comes up very frequently and we discuss very much on the internet space is अब क्या आने वाला है. I mean, we have seen AI, and I told you guys ChatGPT is not the revolution. ChatGPT तो बहुत पुरानी चीज़ है. It's a old school chatbot, if you would say, with the new data and with the new features that has embedded into it. Right now वो ये रहा है कि दुनिया इस मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी से बाहर जा रही है। एंड द कॉन्सेप्ट दैट इज बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इज कि अब हमें जो है वो अपना डिजिटल ट्विन क्रिएट करना है। डिजिटल ट्विन मीन्स के एक मैं हूँ फिजिकली एंड देन एक मेरी सोच है। अब मेरी जो सोच है, माई इमोशंस, माई एंगर, माई फियर, माई प्रोस्पेक्टिव, वट एवर आई हैव gets stored in the computer, and then computer is my digital twin, my digital identity. और खैर ये तो it's a long shot, but from the religious point of view, obviously it conflicts with what our religion has told us. But concept ये है कि after 2045, which is like 20 years from now, nobody dies. कोई भी मरेगा नहीं, क्योंकि उसकी एक डिजिटल आइडेंटिटी होगी, उसकी एक डिजिटल प्रेजेंस होगी, और वो डिजिटल प्रेजेंस उसकी जिंदा रहेगी। एंड देन इफ द टेक्नोलॉजी अलाउज दैट डिजिटल प्रेजेंस कैन देन बी ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू अ रोबोट, मतलब मेरा जो ब्रेन है वो रोबोट में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाएगा एंड रोबोट कीप्स ऑन लिविंग। सो दैट्स द कॉन्सेप्ट दैट दे आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स, और यही न्यूरो टेक्नोलॉजी है, ब्रेन टू ब्रेन कम्युनिकेशन। यू डोंट नीड इन द नियर फ्यूचर, यू वोंट नीड a cell phone to communicate. I can easily communicate with my brain to your brain with certain sensors, with certain technology. I can easily communicate with anybody, anywhere in the world. You don't need this physical device connected to your ears और उसमें आप बातचीत कर सकें. So neurotechnology, brain to brain communication, and then this concept about digital twin is the next big thing that is coming up, and obviously AI is a very big part of it, क्योंकि AI क्या कर रहा है कि AI augment कर रहा है। आज आप देखें what does augment means? Augment means कि आज मैं चैट GPT के जरिए एक ऐसे किसी भी टॉपिक पे बहुत अच्छा लिख सकता हूँ जो कि शायद मेरी कैपेबिलिटी ना हो। So I can take that help from AI and make an essay out of it, जो which might be much better than what I could write. So that is called augmentation. It's helping you today, and AI is there to stay. AI is not going anywhere. So all these quantum technologies, neural network, brain to brain communication, these all will be based out of this concept of AI. So let's move forward. So artificial intelligence, let's talk very high level about it. There is this artificial intelligence framework. अब इसमें तीन चीज़ें हैं। एक तो AI system itself है, जिसको हम अक्सर सुनते रहते हैं। Then there is a machine learning and then there is a deep learning. इन तीनों में थोड़ा थोड़ा फर्क है। Let's start with the deep learning. Deep learning is where you introduce some algorithms to learn from your data. So it means कि आप एक एक्सेल फाइल बना रहे हैं और एक्सेल फाइल के जरिए मैं कुछ कैलकुलेशन को प्रिडिक्ट करना चाहता हूँ कि फ्यूचर में क्या होगा, तो वो आप डीप लर्निंग के जरिए कर सकते हैं. The machine learning concept is actually where you use mathematical equations to have a detailed analysis of your data. So insurance companies, weather companies, financial industries, they are using machine learning as widely as it can be, and then there is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence की जो offerings है, जो artificial intelligence itself as a system available है, that is available with some big companies. So Google is offering that, Amazon is offering that, Microsoft, IBM and other companies are doing it. तीनों में फर्क जो है वो computing power का है. AI requires massive amount of computing power. Machine learning might operate on a cloud system, and deep learning might operate on your PC very easily. So that's a very high level view of what AI is. Let's move forward. And then application of AI, we have seen कि AI जो है अब बहुत सेक्टर्स में यूज हो रहा है, बहुत सारी जगहों पे यूज हो रहा है. Automotive, social media, we have seen that already. Data security, finance, transportation, agriculture, healthcare में तो बहुत ज़्यादा यूज हुआ है. Recently we saw many use cases come out of COVID-19, which were through AI. And astronomy is interesting because astronomy में अब जो है वो ये लोग use कर रहे हैं to gather the pictures from the latest satellites. That's what they are doing with the help of AI. Let's move forward. Then comes the IoT. IoT is again something that is feeding the artificial intelligence. IoT is a medium of gathering information. IoT के सेंसर से आप जो भी डाटा कलेक्ट करते हैं, you send it to cloud, you process it with AI or machine learning, and you get the required result out of it. IoT is everywhere now. We see IoT in your cell phones. Sensors हैं बहुत सारे जो कि आपकी चीज़ों को कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. We see IoT in our smart watches. आपका heart rate कैलकुलेट कर रही है. Based on your heart rate, they can predict क्या कब बीमार हो सकते हैं, क्या क्या आपको medicines चाहिए. There are sensors all over the place, and it's been predicted that there will be 50 billion devices or 50 billion sensors by the end of 2030 somewhere. So right now we are at 9 billion. We will need 50 billion devices in the coming years by 2030. So you can understand कि कितना ज़्यादा IoT role play करेगा in the near future. Let's move on. And then IoT has applications all across the domain. So smart energies, smart transportation, smart buildings, healthcare, industries. Sensors are being installed everywhere around the world, and whatever the data you have, you can collect it with cloud and then process it with AI. Let's move on. And then blockchain. Blockchain का नाम आता है तो cryptocurrency का नाम पहले आ जाता है. But unfortunately, crypto is just one part of blockchain. There are multiple applications of blockchain. Blockchain की जो applications हैं, that is being used widely right now. If I talk about the shipping industry, Merck's ने एक project किया था blockchain का, where they transform their operations through blockchain. इस तरह के बहुत सारे और examples आपको मिल जाएंगी जहाँ blockchain is being used.
लेकिन अभी जो Merck's ने किया था वो recently rolled out.
हाँ. Application of blockchain, as I said, कि सिर्फ Bitcoin या cryptocurrency नहीं है. It's being used widely across different sectors और बहुत सारी जगहों पे blockchain यूज हो रहा है. So let's summarize what is the past, present and the future of technology. So we started with devices that were separate. हमारे पास बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी थी कि जो कि stand alone थी. For example, we had separate radio, we had separate camera, we had separate walkie talkies. अब सेकेंड वेव में क्या हुआ कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें मर्ज हो गई. हमारे सेलफोन में कम से कम 50 टेक्नोलॉजीज इंटीग्रेटेड है आज. द थर्ड वेव विल ऑल बी अबाउट मोर इंटीग्रेशन. ये सब चीज़ें जो आज फिजिकली हम देख रहे हैं माइट नॉट बी रिक्वायर्ड. एज आई मेंशन कि ब्रेन टू ब्रेन टेक्नोलॉजी भी एक चीज़ है जो कि अब आ सकती है इन द नियर फ्यूचर. सो थिंग्स आर गेटिंग इंटीग्रेटेड इनटू अ वन थिंग, एंड दैट्स what the third wave will all be about. So what is the takeaway for you guys? मुझे तो 15 साल हो गए टेक्नोलॉजी की दुनिया में. मुझे एक बात मेरे मेंटोर ने बोली थी बेस्ड आउट ऑफ यूएस. ही सेड कि अगर टेक्नोलॉजी में सर्वाइव करना है, टेक्नोलॉजी डोमेन में सर्वाइव करना है, then you have to learn, unlearn and relearn. And this speed of learn, unlearn and relearn needs to be very much now on a monthly basis. ये नहीं हो सकता कि आपने एक चीज़ यहाँ CBM से सीख ली, IBM से सीख ली, अब आप कहें कि मुझे डिग्री मिल गई है, अब मुझे सब कुछ आता है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. अब आपको वीकली बेसिस पे अपने आप को अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. There are a lot of methodologies that are coming in. It is good to learn that because you need soft skills. You must acquire knowledge about what's coming up in our Industrial Revolution 4, and then there is Industrial Revolution 5 coming up as well. So must learn about that technology. अगर डिटेल में नहीं जाना, at least high level पता होना चाहिए. And then Coursera है, Udemy.com and other educational websites are your friend. So keep yourself up to date with these things, especially the newer things that are coming up. Next. So you can follow me on LinkedIn. I am very much active there. This is the link where you can get in contact with me whenever you want. Leave me a message and I will be happy to talk about things that might require some help. So I will pause here for any questions. I skipped through multiple things. बहुत high level रखने की कोशिश की. I thought we should have a monologue. We should have a dialogue rather than a monologue. So I will pause here for any questions, any thoughts, any feedbacks, anything you might have. Please.
Sir, how successful IBM has been in Neurotech? आप लोगों ने कहाँ तक प्रोग्रेस किया है?
सर मुझे नहीं पता IBM क्या कर रही है.
IBM from your company.
IBM is right now focused very much on quantum computing.
Okay.
It's not working. I don't think it's working on neurotechnology right now, but I don't know about the near future. मगर बहुत सारी जैसे इलॉन मस्क की कंपनी है,
Yeah, that's what we have heard.
वो काम कर रही है और भी बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं वो काम कर रही हैं. So I mean it's not necessary कि एक कंपनी हर चीज़ पे काम कर सके. They have divided their own niche or they are working on it. जी सर.
मेरा नाम आमिर सिद्दीकी है और इसका नाम है I have a few questions and though all those questions are related to what we have discussed. थोड़ा सा मैं आपकी बातों को practical लेके जाऊँगा. सबसे पहली बात तो सही है कि we are looking towards the 2045 AI 4.0 on the neural marketing. How can we implement all these things in Pakistan related to the increase or to boost the IT industry? One, because since we do not have the ecosystem, and that's the biggest issue what we are facing in this current era. How can we implement or how can we apply all these neural marketing to bring up the technology in Pakistan practically? First question.
Can you ask all the questions तो फिर मैं एक समराइज व्यू दे दूँ क्योंकि टाइम कम है. बात है मुझे बार-बार जो है ना वो कह रहे हैं जल्दी करो. आप बाकी क्वेश्चन पूछ लें, एक दफ़ा में आंसर कर दूँ.
दूसरा सवाल मेरा माजी को मैं आगे लेकर आऊँगा कि in the last 2 decades we just saw just 10 seconds यदि हमने मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी देखी, we couldn't do anything, then we saw many things in computers, we couldn't do anything. Now we are in AI, we are not doing anything, and now we are seeing the future of neural marketing, cloud computing and blockchain वगैरह. We are not still not doing anything. Why?
So first of all this concept कि हम पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए कुछ नहीं कर रहे या कुछ कर नहीं सकते, it's absolutely a wrong perception. आप आज जिस मोबाइल सेल फोन को उठाते हैं it's full of AI applications. I mean आप घर से निकलते हैं और गूगल मैप ऑन कर देते हैं, that's where you start using the AI technology. So ये तो अब कंज्यूमर मार्केट है. I mean it's not necessary कि हर चीज़ पाकिस्तान में इन्वेंट हो और कोई और अडॉप्ट करे. Yes, it should be that way. I mean हम भी इन्वेंटर बने, मगर अब टेक्नोलॉजी एडॉप्शन is not geographically focused. I mean ये नहीं हो सकता कि एक टेक्नोलॉजी यूएस में आ गई और पाकिस्तान में नहीं है. आज के दिन टेक्नोलॉजी takes seconds from US to be consumed in Pakistan. Number one. So that concept कि पाकिस्तान कुछ नहीं कर रहा, that's absolutely wrong. पाकिस्तान में AI related बहुत काम हो रहा है, बहुत सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट हो रही है. लोग नासा के प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं यहाँ बैठ के, लोग इंटेल के प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं, लोग IBM के प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं. So there is a massive work happening right now. The second question is कि हमने टेक्नोलॉजी कंज्यूम नहीं की. I'm not sure कि हमने कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी कंज्यूम नहीं की. I mean, we have been cellular user for past many years. Sorry, ma'am. We have been cellular user for past many years. We have been laptop, PC users, software users. So I mean, हर चीज़ जो आ रही है कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं. इस वक्त आप मुझे कोई एक एग्जांपल दे दें कि अमेरिका में ये टेक्नोलॉजी और पाकिस्तान में नहीं है. I mean, that's for my justification, but I don't think there is anything that is there and that's not here.
So let me repeat.
नहीं यार
Let's take it offline.
Okay.
अब मुझे
Thank you very much.
any other